Hello, my name is Paige. For those of you who are new, welcome. And I'm just going to share with you all some actual notes that I took in December into January. Actually, this was December 2024 with regards to the shifting of ages that we are currently experiencing. And we've just crossed the threshold from a big shift out of what is known as the dark ages, the ages of unconsciousness, the ages of forgetting who we are, where we've come from, and understanding the dynamics of our earthly experience in this human body. And many are waking up to finally remembering who they are as far as a soul, remembering and really connecting to their other sensory systems aside from just our basic five senses. Our psychic senses are blossoming. And many believe that the end of March marked a time where we have moved out of what was known as the Kali Yuga and moving into a new age, a new time of experience here. So before I go into all of that, and maybe we'll do this in parts because this is a lot of notes that I took. I really was guided to just go back into our current energy experiences as far as the masculine Mars, the masculine energy, and Venus, the feminine energy. And we can touch on Mercury as well, which Mercury is in retrograde along with Venus. And that definitely ties in with our mind, our thoughts, our beliefs, our communications, what we believe that we take in as far as information. So Mars started its retrograde in January of this year, opposing Pluto in Aquarius. Mars retrograded in Leo. I'll butcher this up. For those of you who do not know, I'm not an astrologer. I am very, very connected and pulled into understanding the energy in many different ways. I am an energy reader. I am a psychic medium, and there are many modalities that come to me, open up within me to help assist, guide me on my journey. And I share this information with all who might need to have validation, confirmation on your own journey. So let's go back to Mars. Mars being the masculine energy within us all. This is not gender, although it could affect genders, specific genders more, depending on the dominant energy that we are each accustomed to carrying, holding, and emanating. So Mars retrograde in Leo opposed Pluto. That was January. Revealed our shadows, our selfish, egocentric drives. It brought up a lot of aggression, violence, and we're talking collective energy here, so take what resonates for you. Aggression, violence, conflicts, and everything that we want to avoid. We have to find a way to have balance, to look at ourselves before placing blame outside of ourselves. This is a time to untangle and resolve karmic ties. And going to these ties, I know that a lot of people talk about cord cutting and having cord cutting ceremonies. And you may start to realize that these cord cutting do not work, because we are tied and corded, however you want to visualize it, to another for the purpose of learning, growing, and healing. so you can heal those cords, and that will then release you from feeling the pull and the tie to another, if that makes sense, if that helps. Mars retrograded then back into Cancer and is still in Cancer now. That was January 6th, and this was the big theme. The big theme, frustration. Something really wants to be resolved within ourselves, which may have been activated back in the from September to November of 2024 through that eclipse season. Or you could go back even further. For many of us, I know for me, there were resolves that needed to I needed to really look at from 2018, there were many dates, and I think I had shared them, but they're not in my bandwidth right now, so I'm just reading off of my notes, so it's interesting. Something that's difficult to handle emotionally. Our own abusive behavior maybe, or putting up with another person's abusive behavior for too long. Maybe suppressed anger with the things that we've stayed silent about for too long, things that we've tried to avoid. Mars in Cancer reopens something that we thought was over and done with. And you may still be experiencing this as Mars is still in Cancer. Moving forward, not retrograde. This is work we must do within ourselves and not project outward or suppress or deny outlet. It's almost impossible to do for many of us. This is about emotional maturity, emotional healing and health, emotional strength. Mars in Cancer, Cancer rules the moon, the mother. And Mars is working in Cancer for until April 18th. So we're still in this energy of the inner child, our roots. This could be the 4th house energy in the natural zodiac. Childhood and childhood traumas, suppressed anger from childhood surface for us to heal, for us to clear away from, to purify, understand in a new way, a new perspective. So Mars ended its retrograde in Cancer on February 23rd and gave us this window. We're still in this powerful time to do emotional healing, grow and evolve, mature emotionally, recognize our own behavior, our own immature behavior patterns, our projections in relationships, decisions made based on emotional patterns of the past, recognize our mother wounds, family issues we've carried and projected all around us, emotional floods. By the end of February, we begin to see the results of our inner work through this passage. So many of us have gone through that fire, gone through that passage, and begin anew. But Mars in Cancer up until April 18th, this passage is big. This theme is huge for all of us. It's an emotional journey for all of us. This is a huge chunk of 2025's energetic transformation. That's how huge the Mars energy, Mars in Cancer energy is for us all. And then we move to Venus. Venus is still currently in retrograde. Began its retrograde in Aries on March 1st. And on March 27th, Venus began to retrograde back into Pisces, where she is now. April 12th, Venus will station direct and stay in Pisces, in the sign of Pisces, until April 30th. And then we'll move into Aries. Venus. Let's talk about Venus in Aries first. Venus in Aries, planet of love, beauty, harmony, values, qualities we admire. It's a big theme of love and relationships, self-worth, concepts of values, our priorities, love of self. Venus in Aries, while she was in retrograde in Aries at the end of March, brought up things of the past that we still have to work on and recognize. This may be a reuniting of connections, old connections from the past, in order to resolve some things, to see how different we are now, what has changed, to see if we can resolve or complete something. This may just happen, or may have happened, within ourselves, reconciling the past within ourselves, to be able to love ourselves for all that we are, all that we've done, all that we've been through. Venus retrograde back into Pisces from March 27th to April 12th. The theme is unconditional love. We will be faced with many tests and challenges when it comes to unconditional love. Healing and non-egocentric self-love, all forgiving, all encompassing, all accepting love. Our hearts will be cracking open in order to receive this energy. We must be open and receptive to love, to heal, and to forgive. We will be shown our blind spots, our weaknesses, our subconscious fears when it comes to receiving and giving unconditional love. Venus direct re-enters Aries on April 13th. The energy shifts again, and we will then be able to fully see all that we've worked through while Venus was in retrograde. Self-healing, self-forgiveness, and the ability to love unconditionally. Or at least we can try, right? So I know there's a lot more, as I was saying, but I want to keep these in pieces, and this is the current chunk of the big transformation of 2025 that we are all going through personally, our personal planets. We have big planets, outer planets, collective planets that are also doing a lot of shifting and changing. So we'll tap into and visit some of those bigger outer planets that are shifting our entire world around. I really just wanted to touch with these two personal planets, the masculine and the feminine, and what we have been and still are experiencing, growing, evolving, releasing, healing from at this time. Sending you all so much love, and until the next time, take care. Have a beautiful day, night, morning, wherever you are in the world.